I'm not really the biggest fan of Gavin Newsom, but he has consistently shown how you stand up to fascists. He has consistently shown that there is no measure of security that you can buy for yourself by appeasing a fascist regime. And the only way you defend yourself, you defend the people of your state, you defend this nation is by standing up aggressively, vigorously, tenaciously defending democracy and the rule of law. And I don't know who's running Newsom's official press account on social media, but they also understand the assignment because the official Governor Newsom press office account tweeted in response to Stephen Miller's meltdown over the fact that a judge has said, hey, the American Gestapo known as ICE, hey, Trump regime, hey, all of you ill-trained Oath Keepers, January 6thers, deputized bounty hunters who are wearing ill-fitting army surplus gear and balaclavas, you cannot racially profile people in California, at least in the 6 counties where she had jurisdiction. She said, you bitches are in violation of the Fourth Amendment. You can't conduct ICE raids based on the color of somebody's skin, the accent they have when they speak, or where they happen to be employed. That shit is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, and you can't do it. So, of course, the fascists are going to have a meltdown because they want to be able to violate people's rights. Stephen Miller, he wants to carry out an ethnic cleansing. You guys, how dare a judge get in the way of him enacting his horrible racist vision of committing an ethnic cleansing and transforming it into a genocide as quick as he possibly can? How dare she do that? So, of course, he had a meltdown about it. He barfed up all over Twitter. The ruling has just been issued. A communist judge, she's black, so of course she must be a communist, in LA has ordered ICE to report directly to her and radical left NGOs, not the president. This is another act of insurrection against the United States and its sovereign people. So not surprising that we would get a big dysregulated crash out from Stephen Miller. This is what he does when he doesn't get his way. He lashes out very aggressively. He misuses terminology, whether on purpose or because he doesn't understand what those words mean, and he is attempting to give himself some gravitas by using them in his statements. I mean, I personally think he uses these terms inappropriately, like insurrection and sovereign people and communist and whatever other phrases and terms that he likes to use. I think he uses that so that it obscures what the actual meanings are, right? It takes words like insurrection and it muddles the definition so that it's hard to use it appropriately, so that when other people want to use these terms, the actual meaning is so watered down or so twisted or so misapplied by folks like Stephen Miller that it's hard to have a conversation. There's no shared reality, there's no shared definition, and that makes it much easier for him to manipulate and control you. It makes it much easier for him to lie and to bluster and to do all kinds of illegal things because he makes sure that it's very difficult to understand what the meanings of words even are. He misapplies them so frequently, he attempts to change the definition. But I digress. In response to this crash out, how he didn't like a woman, he didn't like a black woman judge especially. That's like the worst of the worst for Stephen Miller to be told no by a black woman. He has got to have his panties and a right twist, like all the way up in there. Okay. In response to Stephen Miller's post, Governor Newsom's press office official account had this to say. And I just want to let you know here that they are using all of the following terms accurately. They understand the definition and are using all of these words absolutely appropriately in this statement. In reply to Stephen Miller, this fascist cuck in D.C. continues his assault on democracy and the Constitution and his attempt to replace the sovereignty of the people with autocracy. Sorry the Constitution hurt your feelings, Stephen. Cry harder. I think there's so many ways in which the term fascist cuck applies to Stephen Miller, but the insinuation here, I think, is the fact that there have been rumors floating around that Stephen's wife, Katie Miller, has been having an affair with Elon Musk. So he got cucked in the literal sense of the word, I think is the implication here. And let's not forget, back when this original, is Stephen Miller's wife having an affair with Elon Musk moment, I think it was like late May, Democrats had a rare moment of humor and understanding how to use their social media platform, because at the time they tweeted at Stephen Miller just a picture of a cuck chair. So I am sure that Newsom's office and their tweet today was definitely an homage to that. This is how you play the game. This is how you do it. Yeah, the fascists are big and scary. They want to do awful things. Stephen Miller wants to kill a whole lot of people because he's profoundly insecure, and I'm sure was that little dweeb on the back of the bus who got the snot beat out of him. And now he's trying to take it out on the entire world. Which reminds me, I have some footage of Stephen Miller, and he sucked just as much back then as he does now, but maybe that's for another video. I think it's important to remember that ridicule is a really important element in any resistance movement. There is so much power in saying, I refuse to be intimidated by you, and in fact, I'm going to mock you, I'm going to ridicule you. I understand that you have seized some control for the moment, but you are fundamentally a weak person. I don't have to respect you. I don't respect you. And I am going to make sure that you remember that we both know that your day is coming. Accountability is coming for you. Autocrats like you, cruel, evil, terrible people like you, your grasp on power is always of short duration, and there will be accountability coming. You are weak. Your hold on power is brittle. It will crumble sooner rather than later. Right? That's a lot of meaning and symbolism to load into that tweet, but it's all there. Right? Gavin Newsom and his office are saying, I see what you are, you sniveling little coward, and I'm not afraid of you. Again, lots of ways that I'm not really a big fan of Gavin Newsom, but he has consistently been doing the right thing over the last several weeks. He has been modeling to other establishment Democrats how to actually protect your constituents and your political power at the same time. He is showing them that being strong, tenaciously, vigorously standing up, being unafraid to ridicule, to mock, to use your social media platform, to not just be on the defensive, but to go on the offensive, that is what you need to be doing. The contrast between him and my Governor Tina Kotek is really stark, and we'll see whether or not she rises to the occasion when our state becomes targeted, because I think we will be very soon. But we're seeing out of Gavin Newsom how to play this game. We're seeing out of Gavin Newsom how to model for other elected officials, how to model for American citizens the way that you stand up to fascism. He's doing all of the right things here, and I definitely commend him, and also his office staff. Yes, more tweets like this. More fearlessness in the face of these cowards who have seized control for the moment. More bravery, more cunning, more courage, more of this.